So this is the existing house at 191 Great Ocean Road, and we're planning to demolish it. That's next door, Dana and house, and on this side is Anastasia's house, the corner of Carwood Drive. So we bought it in about 2012, so we've had it for about 10 years, and we're always planning to demolish it and build something new. So I'll take you through and see why we would want to knock down such a impressive place. So now it used to be a house at the bottom, and then in the 70s we think that there was a renovation to put a house on the top as well. And you can sort of see on the side, you can see that there's a gable roof on the ground floor. That was the original house, and then the house built on top of it. And so you can see the height of that gable peak is actually the height of the floor at the top. So that space at the top floor is not really where the floor starts. The floor starts about halfway up that partition on the first floor. Now, access to the front door, there's a side door access, which is more of a laundry access, but the main access to the house used to be inside where the garage is. This is a single garage. The roller door is actually buggered, so it's all rusted. See how rusted it is here. So it barely opens anymore. And we keep all of our bike gear and surfing gear and everything in the garage. It's generous enough for a single car. It's about 6 meters in depth, 6.3. Under here there's a storage. We keep some other things under the stairs that go upstairs. So this used to be the front door of the house. So not facing the sea, but facing at an angle to the sea, presumably, so it's better for wind and everything. And this is the lounge room of downstairs. This is all the timber, which is very popular in the 70s. It's got a nice outlook, but really from the ground floor, you don't see a lot of the beach. It's you see the road, you see the beautiful trees. You can just grab a glimpse of the sea from this elevation. This is a lounge room area. That's the stairs from upstairs, going upstairs, which they added in the renovation. And so here's the lounge room. And then it's got this funny diagonal wall, which creates the space between the dining area and the kitchen. Again, the view from this area is pleasant enough. It's set back far enough from this footpath that you don't feel like the people are walking. There's a lot of traffic, especially in the summer, walking past and driving past, so it's set back enough to give you a bit of peace and privacy. This is the kitchen downstairs. It seems like the best view downstairs is when you're washing the dishes. But it's the new stove we put in there, and an old fridge, but it was a very serviceable second kitchen. If we go into the back part of the first floor, of the ground floor, there's a generous master bedroom. It's actually 3 meters wide, but 3.3 meters in length, which gives it a good length. And it's got a full width wardrobe, which is, almost 3 meters width. So that's what we'd ideally want in all of the bedrooms in the new renovation. This window is almost falling out with all the corrosion. I don't want to push it. You can see all the wood is rotten. And this bedroom is the one that has an ensuite. The ensuite's about 1.9 by 1.9. Shower, toilet and sink. Very nice, especially for guests. There's a linen cupboard, and then there's 2 more bedrooms downstairs. Both of them about 3 by 3 meters, but you can see that part of the 3 meters is taken up by the walk-in robe. So ideally we don't want that walk-in robe to be taking up the space. So a full 3 by 3 metre bedroom with a walk-in robe, with a wardrobe that's full width of the room, 3 metres, would be just beautiful for all the bedrooms. Then in the middle of the ground floor there's a little shower, single shower, and a sink and some more linen storage. Then on the other side there's the other bedroom, which is exactly the same size as the second bedroom I showed, so 3 metres wide and 3 metres in length, but part of it's taken up by the wardrobe. So it's actually 2.6 or so. And then the laundry, which is really the only laundry for the house. And then this is what you could say is a front door, but it's actually a door that goes out the side of the house, where the bins are. We need to have somewhere for the bins in the new house, and that's the name that we called the house, Elysia, which sounds like truth, but it's actually the goddess of midwives who gave birth to Apollo, hence Apollo Bay. So we'll go upstairs now. Not sure whether we're going to keep the beautiful clock that I got from the Philippines. So going upstairs, there's a little bit of a problem because there's such a steep staircase that goes up more than a floor because of the gable roof. And this is the only access upstairs. And so, but what's lovely about this access is that as you come up into the living area upstairs, you're treated to this magnificent view. So the view, you get a full view of the beach. It's high tide at the moment, so you can't actually see much sand, but you get a wonderful view really out to Cape Patton, and certainly around to the pier on this side, which is a lovely view to see the ships going in and out of the pier. And so this is the lounge room upstairs. You can see the staircase comes up there, which gives you that lovely reveal. And on this side there's a little veranda, and that is lovely to go out on the little veranda for breakfast or for supper, and sit out here and really sense the sea, hear the full sea, its noise, the waves crashing. So what we hope to do in the new place is we will have a little narrow veranda, but generally we're hoping to open up some doors so that we can make the inside feel like outside. You can see at the back here there's the hills. So the hills are a beautiful looking hill. The sun's glaring at the moment, but you can't see it. But really the window views out of this side should catch, if they're highest windows, just the mountains and not the houses next door to us or out the back. So back into the room. This is the kitchen, the main kitchen, walk-in pantry. So probably enough space really, but we'll probably aim for a bit more than that. Cupboards, normally sitting, again, it is a wonderful sink position because it looks out over the veranda out to the sea. But it probably doesn't need to take too much of the prime viewing spot there. And here is the dining area, which you still sense the sea sitting at, but it would be much more wonderful if it was a bit closer to the window and the doors open, so you could get that sense of the veranda and the open sea. And then the back of the upper floor has one bedroom. All the bedrooms are about 3 by 3 metres. But this one's 3 by 3.3, but again 0.3 or more is taken up by a wardrobe inside the room. So what's left is almost 3 by 3, so it's an adequate room. But I feel like any bedroom that's a little bit more than 3 by 3.5, or 3.5 by 4 even would be spacious feeling compared to 2.7 by 3 or so on. And all the bedrooms are much the same. They're all about 3 by 3. This one doesn't have the wardrobe taking up space, so it feels like a bigger room because it's actually a full 3 by 3. But the wardrobe that's left is only a 1.6 metre, a 1.3 metre wide wardrobe, part of this wall being taken up by a linen cupboard in the corridor. Then there's a bathroom upstairs, which is really the main bathroom that we use, just a shower, sink and bath. It always has good light because there's good light coming in from the west in the evening. A single toilet, no sink, and then on this side another bedroom. All the bedrooms, as I said, about 3 by 3, but again here it's got a generous 2 metre, 1.8 metre width sliding door wardrobe, but it's taking up part of the room. So if we can somehow make the room feel a full 3 metre square. Back into the corridor there's another storage cabinet for vacuums and everything, and then there's a laundry and sink that's barely used because it's really quite impractical and all the hangings outside. So that's the current house. We'll just go out the back and have a look at the view from the backyard as well. So out the back here's the rotten window from the ground master downstairs, and then the backyard. And there's a lot of backyard, but you can see the slope here. You can see the fence actually goes straight and then it slopes down for 2 or 3 posts and then it's flat again. That bit of this part up here is quite sandy because it was really a sand dune that separated a creek from the beach. So this part here, the flat part of the house, is quite flat out to, we measured it about 30 metres when it starts to slope, when the fence starts to slope, about 30 metres. Maybe you might get away with another metre or 2. There's a tree over there as well at about 30 metres. There's the back of the house, so you can see the bedroom on the far, the bathroom, and then this corner here is where we're hoping to have our master bedroom and a patio to enjoy the evening and the look of the hills. Downstairs we'll have the rumpus room on the right, and then opening out to a common area on the left and maybe the laundry. And so that should have a bit of flat area at the back where we could perhaps put a barbecue area or a patio. So again, it's sort of like you don't want to go back more than about 32 metres, or otherwise you're getting into the complexity, not only the complexity of the slope, but the complexity of this flowering gum. The shed, the little shed there it's quite serviceable, but really nothing to write home about, so we'll probably knock that down eventually. And at the back there's an access to a laneway with a gate. The gate's falling apart at the moment. As you can see, next door put a giant massive garage in the back there. There's actually a 2-storey garage because they've fitted a big boat in there. We've planted our fig trees on the far side and our citrus trees on the back fence. They're fairly well established. We may not need to lose the orange tree, which is the far right tree here, Valencia oranges. And we're ultimately thinking of putting in a little garage shed at the back here. And that's the view from the very back fence. and you can sort of sense that slope that starts on the other side of the flowering gum. And yeah, imagine down here it's fairly green all the time in the bottom of the slope, so it's actually quite good. You can see how well the fig trees to the right are flourishing compared to the ones on higher ground, because they're almost in sand, whereas the ones down here are virtually in soiled creek bed, and it's always moist. The grass grows better. Next door neighbour has a lovely veggie garden in the back of the yard, which takes advantage of that moisture and proper soil. So that's the current house, and I've done this video both as a guide for our renovation, but also as a memory of the house that we bought and enjoyed with the family for over a decade.